And now I'd like to introduce His Excellency, the Minister of Information of Bahrain, Mr. Tariq Al-Moyed. His Excellency.
I only came to see Bob Hope. I want you to understand that what you are doing is going to be an important part for the history of this area and the history of the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the privilege of presenting today Hollywood's most distinguished citizen. Never before in the history of show business has any individual traveled so far, so long to entertain so many. He is the armed forces' favorite holiday tradition. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to welcome Bob Hope.
Beautiful. That was Johnny Grant, the mayor of Hollywood there. And he happened to be here doing a lot of wonderful work, and I invited him over just to see you. The Pentagon's ultra-secret B-2 stealth bomber landed in Saudi Arabia last week, but no one can find it. It's the first time the luggage arrived and the plane didn't. Stealth bomber, that's a big deal. Flies in undetected bombs and flies away. Hell, I've been doing that all my life.
Desert Storm, 1990-1991. A line has been drawn in the sand. Withdraw from Kuwait unconditionally and immediately, or face the terrible consequences. President George Bush. August 2nd, 1990, forces under the control of the Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein invaded the tiny nation of Kuwait. 2 days of fierce fighting followed before Iraqi forces overwhelmed Kuwaiti defenses and drove its government into exile. Condemnation rang throughout the international community. The United Nations countered the blatant aggression by placing economic sanctions on Iraq and calling for the immediate withdrawal of Iraqi troops. President George Bush deployed American military forces to Saudi Arabia to block any further advances by the Iraqi dictator. 32 nations joined a coalition committed to liberating Kuwait. On January 17, 1991, 2 days after UN Resolution 678's deadline for Iraqi withdrawal, coalition forces opened an assault on Iraq with an intricately planned air campaign to destroy Iraqi air defenses, command and control, and military forces. 38 days later, after more than 100,000 air sorties and 88,500 tons of bombs were dropped, the ground campaign swept into Kuwait to find an Iraqi army on the verge of collapse, shattered by air power alone. 100 hours later, hostilities ended, and Kuwait was free.